Hey, everybody, I'm back at it again with another episode of Keep Talking, Football Prediction Edition, guys. So you guys know every Sunday, about an hour or two before the games that come on, I would like to go out here and put up my predictions about who's going to win in the NFL. A lot of my bold predictions the last couple of weeks have been really on point. So, hey, it's going to be a great week of football. I see a whole lot of teams playing. My Giants are playing. So it's going to be a great week of football, guys. This week, we got the Washington football team taking on the Dallas Cowboys at 1 p.m. And this game seems pretty interesting because it has a lot of implications for the NFC East. I believe that the NFC East is going to be won by whoever wins the most games over these next couple of weeks. For some reason, the NFC East always comes down to a bunch of in-division games in the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season. So I believe that this game right here is yet another game that the Dallas Cowboys drop. I believe that the Dallas Cowboys, over the last couple of seasons, they always do the same thing. They've always started off 6-1, 7-1, 6-2, 7-2. Great starts to their seasons, and they find a way to falter. I think that today, in Washington, I think that Washington gets the upset over Dallas. I think that Washington has a lot to play for. The football team has been playing extremely well behind Heineke. I think today they're going to definitely use Antonio Gibson. Dallas gives up a lot of rushing yards, and I feel like today is going to be one of those days where Washington makes all the right plays and Dallas just shoots himself in the foot. When it comes to Dallas, Ezekiel Elliott is not running the ball with the same intensity as he did years ago. It's no secret. Everybody can see it. I believe that Tony Pollard gets the majority of the carries. I think their offense flows better with Tony Pollard. I think he's a better receiving back out of the backfield. And I think he runs between the tackles better than people actually think. I'm a big fan of Tony Pollard. I think that his home run speed, his ability to change direction, and his ability really to just change the tempo of the offense when he comes in. Zeke is like a 5 yards and cloud of dust back at this point, which is saying a lot because he's only 25, 26 years old, and he's already, pretty much worn down. I believe that Terry McLaurin has a pretty big game. Washington has to take shots down the field because with Dallas has 2 tight ends that can score, 3 actually. They have an immense amount of weapons on the outside with Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown. These guys can, not only just catch the ball, but do stuff with it after the catch. And I think the X factor today for Dallas is going to be Dalton Schultz. I believe that Washington gives up a lot of points and a whole lot of receptions to tight ends. And Dalton Schultz he kind of reminds me of a more athletic Jason Witten. He's bigger, faster. I think that he will be the key to Dallas if they can find some way to win this game. But I am taking Washington today, 28 over Dallas, 17. I think Washington just makes enough plays to win the game. Up next, we got my New York Giants against the Los Angeles Chargers. With New York, last week they played. Who was it? The quarterback they had playing for them. It wasn't Davis Webb. It was they had some backup in last week, and that guy, did not do well. I believe that Daniel Jones could have won that game against Miami. His ability to run, and I think that Daniel Jones, after cutting down on the turnovers, is starting to become a very viable starting quarterback in the league. He has basically all of the dimensions of a Cam Newton. A lot of people don't see that with him. 6'4", 6'5", 230, and can run like a deer. I do believe that Daniel Jones could have won that game last week against Miami. But this week against the Chargers, it's going to be tough because the way the Chargers is scoring bunches, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, it's going to be really tough to stop this offense. But the Giants' defense has actually been their calling card. They get quite a few interceptions, and they're terrible against the run. So I'm pretty sure Austin Eckler's going to have a big game. today. I mean, a really big game against the Giants. This is a no-brainer. I'm going to choose the Chargers 38, the Giants 14. I just don't see a way that the Giants can amass enough offense to match with the Chargers, and that's saying a lot. Up next, we got the Ravens taking on the Browns. This is another 1 o'clock game. It all depends on how Lamar Jackson plays. This could be one of those games where Lamar Jackson has an amazing game and the Ravens run away with it, or Baker Mayfield puts his foot in the dirt and just runs the shit out of the ball and makes all the appropriate throws. I think that the Ravens defense is beat to hell. Their corners are missing. They got a lot of injuries on defense and on offense. I think that the Browns today definitely beat the Ravens. I believe that the Ravens have been skating by, getting these really close victories with Lamar throwing all these interceptions. I think that Lamar being their leading rusher, I feel like it's all that's just going to catch up to the Ravens. You know, I don't think they have enough on offense to outscore or keep low-scoring games and have Lamar make few mistakes. Because I'm not saying the league is figuring Lamar Jackson out, but I feel like he has the same exact problem right now as Mahomes. After that MVP season, Lamar Jackson basically has been trying to do all that same magical stuff from that season, same as Patrick Mahomes, throwing the ball up for grabs in the end zone, trying to force the ball in tight spots, where 2 years ago it worked just fine, but now it's not anymore. So I look at the Browns coming in with Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. I look at them coming in and running the ball, and I think that the Browns today win this game 23-17. I just feel like the Browns are a little bit better, a little bit healthier than the Ravens are at this point in the season. Up next, I got the Jags and Titans. Excuse me. Now, folks, this is going to be a very, very, very interesting game. You have the Titans, who, without Derrick Henry, have looked like a very pedestrian team. And you have the Jags, who right now are the upset team of the whole NFL. You do not want to put the Jags right now because they don't have shit to lose. I think that the Titans come in today running the ball with Foreman and McNichols. I think that the absence of Julio Jones and him not being consistent this year has really hurt their offense. And when Derrick Henry went down, I mean, it really just took the wind out of their sails. I believe that this is an upset alert game right here. I'm taking the Jags 14, the Titans 6. I think the Jags can go in there and beat the Titans today. Like I said, Tennessee's offense has been sputtering ever since they lost Derrick Henry, and they just aren't the same. If you ask Ryan Tannehill to drop back without play action 40 times, he's throwing you 3 interceptions. That's just a given. He's not that kind of quarterback. Seattle and Texans. This is, again, another game that could really go either way. You would hope that Seattle can handle the business against a much weaker Texans team. The Texans are always decimated at quarterback. I'm not sure if Tyrod's even playing. Rex Burkhead, the 34-year-old running back who honestly has never had a great breakout season. Never been a real starter either. So with Seattle, Alex Collins, Tyler Lockett, I think that Seattle should be able to win this match. Russell Wilson has had some very subpar games this season. And, we're waiting for him to get back on track to that MVP Russell that everybody has known and loved. I believe that Seattle wins this game. Going away, I predict them Seattle 35, Texans 10. I don't see a way that the Texans can amass enough offense unless Seattle just can't score any points. They have deep threats with Tyler Lockett and Eskridge, so I believe that they can definitely find a way to win this game, if not going away. Raiders and Chiefs. Now, this one's going to be great because it's an in-division matchup, and the Raiders always play the Chiefs either tough or get completely blown out. My fantasy football team will definitely like me a lot if Patrick Mahomes can have a big game. Earlier this season when the Chiefs played the Raiders, I mean, Mahomes had 5 touchdowns against these guys. And I think that with Travis Kelce having a bad week last week, Tyreek Hill not getting particularly loose, I think that everything is coming together. The stars are aligning for the Chiefs to blow out the Raiders yet again. And that would definitely be great for me. I have Patrick Mahomes and not Travis Kelce, but Tyreek Hill on my fantasy team, and they definitely can put up some numbers today against a reeling Raiders team that's lost their head coach. They've lost their top receiver. They have a lot of problems in their organization. So I believe that the Chiefs should be able to handle the Raiders today. Saints and Jets. See, now this is going to be probably a demolition. I've seen the Jets get 40-plus points put on them 3-4 times this season, including 54 points put on them by a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones. The Jets just have no offense. No offense, and the defense can't stop a nosebleed. With Zach Wilson playing again, I believe they have the opportunity to put at least a touchdown on the board. They have no consistency on offense. I don't know who their starting running back is, if it's Tevin Coleman or if it's Michael Carter. Corey Davis has been a no-show this season. They have gotten no production from their receivers except for Elijah Moore, who normally just catches the ball in garbage time, honestly. I think that Taysom Hill starting today for the Saints is going to be, it's going to be a great matchup for him. I think that the Jets give up so many rushing yards, and Taysom Hill is one of the most effective runners in the entire league from the quarterback position, and really just from anywhere. I think that Taysom Hill goes in today and puts up 100 yards on the ground and probably 100 yards in the air, two touchdowns, and I think the Saints win this running away. 30 Saints, Jets, there's no way they're going to put up more than 2 touchdowns. So I'm going to say 30-13, Saints, Jets. Falcons and Panthers, NFC South matchup here. We got Cam Newton coming back off of a horrible game last week. I don't think it can be any worse than that. It was one of the worst games I'd ever seen a quarterback play. He got benched. I believe that the Panthers, without Christian McCaffrey, with Chuba Hubbard and Amir Abdullah, Robbie Anderson, I feel like these guys can find some way to beat the Falcons, who this year has been Cordero Patterson or bust. When Cordero Patterson is in the game, they have an opportunity to win. When they don't, they get blown out. I really like the Panthers in this matchup here. I don't think the Falcons have enough offense to keep up with the Panthers, which is saying a lot because the Panthers really don't have a whole lot themselves. They're definitely a goal line threat team with Cam running the ball. And I guess we're going to find out what Cam Newton shows up today. Do we get the 2015 MVP Cam? Or do we get, the Cam that we saw last year in New England, who was super inconsistent, showed flashes of greatness, but he just isn't that guy that we thought he was anymore. So I'm taking the Panthers over the Falcons. Panthers 23, Falcons 17. I just think that Cam Newton probably will bounce back and have one of those typical Cam Newton games, probably 2 goal line touchdowns and, 1 passing touchdown maybe. So battle of 2 teams that I would rather not even talk about, the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos, 2 teams who are heading in 2 different directions, really. The Lions just got their very first win last week, and the Broncos, after starting off 3-0, they've dropped quite a few games. Besides that debacle beating Dallas, the Broncos really have not shown the ability to consistently string together wins this season. I think the Lions coming off of, their first win and having their confidence up and their defense playing extremely tough. A lot of people don't talk about it, but the Lions have been playing guys really tough. They don't get blown out very often. I believe that Detroit, with all of their momentum coming off of their last week, winning the game, I believe that the Detroit Lions go in there and they beat Denver. I believe that they beat the Broncos 24-13. I don't think that Denver just does not score touchdowns. They don't get the ball in the end zone. They run the ball extremely well, but they don't punch the ball in. They set off a lot of field goals. Their defense is still stout. I think their corners match up extremely well against the Lions' young and experienced receivers. Hawkinson can have a big game, but if you're relying on a tight end to win you a game, then I don't think this is much of a win. So again, I think Lions are going to find a way to win this game, 23-13. We got the big game of the week. We got the Buffalo Bills high-powered offense against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the defending Super Bowl champions. And I really believe that this is going to be the game. Everybody's talking about the Rams-Cardinals. I believe the Rams-Cardinal game is going to be a very low-scoring game. Everybody thinks it's going to be a 35-32 kind of game. Not at all. I think that this is going to be the game where the offense is just lighted up. I think the Bucs are going to run the hell out of the ball because the Bills have a very weak run defense. This year, the Bills have given up so many rushing yards, and with Tom Brady, if you let Leonard Fournette get going and that play action, him, Ronald Jones, Giovanni Bernard, that play action, you open up Mike Evans, Gronkowski, Chris Godwin, those guys are going to eat today. Josh Allen, I thought this year would be his breakout MVP season, but Josh Allen has not been playing that well. I think that Josh Allen has regressed to what he was last year, a guy who can show you exceptional arm talent but makes just bonehead plays. He's one of the best athletes on the field every time he gets on it, and I want to pick the Bills, I really do, but I think that Tom Brady and the Bucs make enough plays today to get past the Bills. It's going to be a high-scoring affair. And don't call me crazy for this, but I look at it as Bucs 42, Bills 28. I look at it as the Bucs are going to go off against the Bills secondary, and the Bills will score some points, but the Bucs defense, once they get ahead, I think they're going to pick off Josh Allen. They're going to force him to make those boneheaded mistakes he always makes, and I think the Bucs walk out this game pretty comfortably. So I got Bucs over Bills. 49ers and Bengals. This could be a very interesting matchup. Really depends what kind of 49er team shows up. Do we get the 150-yard George Kittle game, or do we get the 3-interception Jimmy Garoppolo game? Joe Burrow's been playing magnificent. He's had some hiccups playing against, like the Jets and Chargers, but I believe that the Bengals make more than enough plays today to beat the 49ers. I think that Jamar Chase has a big game. Tyler Boyd, you cannot count him out. He's one of the best number 2 options in the whole league. I'm going Bengals over 49ers today. Bengals 31, 49ers 17. Outside of Kittle, I don't think there's another great receiving option. Deebo Samuel has been spending most of his time playing running back and splitting out wide. So they're trying to use him more like a Cordero Patterson type. But with that, his production in the receiving category has definitely gone down, even though he's one of the best run after catch and just, running with the ball in his hands. He's definitely a special playmaker, Deebo Samuel is. So I got the Bengals beating the 49ers. Another game that in division, Bears and Packers. This is going to be a matchup to show where the Packers are. The Packers should be able to go into this game and handle the Bears. The Bears have no offense. They have a very suspect defense that can't stay on the field for too long. Missing Khalil Mack, missing a lot of their guys. I believe that the Packers this season have shown the ability to string together the most consistent wins, the most dominating wins. I think with Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Valdez-Scantling, Devontae Adams, I think that they're going to take advantage of this beaten-up Bears defense and this woeful secondary that that the Bears have been trotting out there every week. I think the Packers win this game going away. I believe they're going to run the ball, seal the deal. I got Packers 28. I got Bears 7. Bears aren't going to score any points, man. They're not going to score. Aaron Rodgers is playing like the MVP. I think it's come down to him, Tom Brady, and Jonathan Taylor. Traditionally, they don't give MVPs to running backs, but the way that Jonathan Taylor's been running the ball, he's definitely in the consideration for that award. But Aaron Rodgers playing out of his mind this season, low turnovers, and he's up there in touchdowns as well. Finally, guys, we got the Monday Night Football matchup. The Rams and the Cardinals. Two of the best teams in the NFC, two of the best teams in the league, and another in-division matchup. Now, this is going to be the matchup I talk about the most. I love the Cardinals in this matchup. After Arizona beating them the first time at SoFi, I believe that the Rams come to the desert and get the doors blown clean off of them. I believe the Cardinals are in a different class as the Rams. The Rams like to beat up on weak teams. They have not beaten any real winning teams besides Tampa Bay. I think that the Rams come out here in this game and they just turn the ball over. The Cardinals force so many turnovers. The defense gets so many sacks. And with Kyler Murray, he just doesn't make the whole lot of mistakes. They have three great running backs, Rondale Moore, James Conner, and Edmonds, and Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Green. This receiving core is just full of veteran receivers who know how to make plays when they need them the most. I think that D-Hop, Zach Ertz, Kyler Murray, this offense, they click. The Rams, outside of Cooper Kupp, they are Cooper Kupp or bust. If Cooper Kupp is not getting loose, they're not going to have a good day. I look at the Rams with Odell Beckham. I look at them with all their options. I believe they have too many options. I believe that with the Rams, they're not running the ball nearly enough. I think that they got Matt Stafford and they think to themselves, hey, we got a guy with a big arm, drop back 50 times and outscore everybody. But that's not the case. I think the Rams have gotten away from their identity when they had Todd Gurley and Henderson healthy. They're not running the ball. They're not utilizing play action. And they're not throwing the ball to their tight ends enough. They love throwing crossing patterns to the outside. And I think that with the Cardinals, they can key in on that. They have great secondary guys with Honey Badger and Budda Baker. I think that they have arguably the second best secondary in the whole league behind the Chargers. And I think that their opportunistic defense is just going to take every opportunity that the Rams give them. I think that the Rams try to force the ball a lot of times. They throw the ball on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, way too much. And Arizona's just primed to go to the playoffs. I believe that Arizona is going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. I think that they have more firepower than people give them credit for. And Kyler Murray's playing at an elite level. Their team, the Cardinals have one of the best teams in all of football. It was shown when Colt McCoy had to come in and play, and they still won. So, the great mark of a team is if they have a good backup quarterback that can come in and play, and they definitely have that. So I think the Cardinals definitely win this game going away. I think they dominate the Rams. I think that they put everybody on notice that the Cardinals are here. I got the Cardinals win this game 28, Rams 21. And that's it, guys, for this week on my football predictions. I hope that everybody chimes into this video to see if I'm right. Hey, I've been doing pretty well the last couple of weeks, and I think that my trends are going to keep on going up. Tune in next week for week 15. I'm going to be counting down some of the best games of that week, and I'm going to be putting out more videos later on this week about whether I was right or wrong. Looking forward to the Thursday night football matchup. That's definitely something that I definitely am going to start putting out more videos for. Videos specifically for Thursday night games and, Saturday night games and, wild card stuff. And we're getting it all set up here on Keep Talking. This edition of Football Predictions is going to be coming out every single Sunday morning. And pretty soon, once the NBA season kicks off at the Christmas, in its full swing, I'm definitely going to be putting out more and more videos related to NBA. And hey guys, keep talking out there. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. Smash that like button, hit subscribe. You guys definitely keep me going. And I definitely love hearing people come to me and say, hey bro, I like your videos and very informative. So today, football predictions, week 14. Let's get at it, guys. Let's go Giants. Keep talking.